What is going on, everybody? Welcome to tonight's triple mystery knife giveaway live event. The channel reached 150,000 subscribers very recently. Thank you guys so much for that. I'm very excited about that. It came on very quickly. Anybody who has been watching for just a little bit, you probably saw it, the subscriber count jump pretty rapidly. In the past, for major milestones, I've been more prepared because the normal rate of monthly subscribers is something like 2,000 to 3,000. It went way faster than that in the last couple of months. So I, in one way, I was less prepared, but as it worked out, tonight we have three. This is a regular mystery knife giveaway. I've got three knives. They're going to go to one person. So just normal live stream. But the main event, I want everybody to know this, whether you're watching live or you are watching maybe a couple of days down the road. Next weekend, it's planned for Friday. I'll update you guys in the community tab and on Instagram. But next Friday is going to be the main event for the 150,000 subscriber celebration. I have about $2,000 worth of pocket knives to give away. It just worked out this way. I usually try to hunt something down weird and rare and hard to get, but because of how this worked out, I have this really nice stockpile of really nice knives. And I think it's around $2,000. And there's going to be multiple winners, and it's all going to be really cool stuff. And you guys are, I'm sure all going to like it. But that's the idea. I'll give more details on what is going to be given away next weekend, throughout the week. So if you're not following me on Instagram, make sure you follow me. I'll show my card here real quick. Make sure you follow me at metal_complex on Instagram for updates, and make sure you guys check my community tab for sure. You can't find the link. Reload the live stream. It should say, let me reload my live stream. Oh, wait. Nope, I hadn't saved it. That's my fault. Hold on. I'm saving it with the link. Okay, now reload the live stream. And it should come up. There should be a link at the top that says enter here. Sorry about that. I was waiting to load the link in for when I started it. So let me reload it for myself and make sure that it's actually there. Yep, there it is. Okay. Now there's a link that says enter here. Sorry. When's the 200K event? I don't. If the channel continues to trend like this, it'll be in 3 months. But I don't think so. I had a few shorts go crazy. I think I have three. One of my shorts has 2 million views, and I have two more that hit 1 million views, and that all happened over the last 2 or 3 months. And I think a lot of the subscribers came from that area. The other videos, my normal videos, are getting roughly what they normally get for views, but I have a feeling that there are about 30,000 or so subs that came here from YouTube Shorts, which is fine. But yeah. So anyways, you're gonna play God of War Ragnarok. It's awesome. That's everybody's telling me that. I'm still trying to finish the first one. I made the mistake. I started the game and I was like, I'm a freaking God of War veteran, man. I grew up with those games. I played them through on the harder modes. And you know what? I'm not going to start this game on normal. I'm going to play it on Give Me a Challenge. And boy, does that game give you a challenge. I don't even want to know what Give Me God of War feels like. But I am playing the game on Give Me a Challenge. And I'm a little over halfway through, and I am very much enjoying it. But I want to finish it on this harder mode. It really feels satisfying to complete an area or a boss when it's challenging. And I've been conditioned to play like that ever since I started playing the Souls games. But I'm going to finish it, and then I'm going to play Ragnarok. James Grider, thank you very much. Very generous donation. Says your allowance. Thank you. Yes, always nice to receive my my allowance from James. Let's see. Grassy on head. Hey, thank you. I appreciate that. Couldn't do it without you guys, obviously. I know that's a cheesy thing to say, and every YouTuber ever says it, and it feels very robotic and insincere. But I do very much care. I love doing this. I can't imagine not doing this. Every now and then, I get questions that people say, "How are you not burnt out?" There's just too much to enjoy, man. Like around every corner is some new interesting thing, and I'm just always itching to cover it. It's just it's a part of me now. It's built into me. So I'm gonna be here for sure. God, the live stream quality is so much better. Just another week or so, and all the videos will be 4K if you choose to set it to that quality. What's up, MC? What's your favorite knife in Magna Cut? Who's doing it? Who's hitting the number high? I feel like I just talked about that here recently. Let me circle back to that. That's I was just thinking about, that actually came up in another live stream recently. And there was somebody that I was really impressed by, like a design that had been around that was really good, and then they decided to release it Magna Cut, and their range was 63, 64. So the PA automatic knife ban being lifted, yeah, a bunch of people were talking about that in my comments section. That's cool. Yeah, refresh if the entry link is not available for you, just refresh the live stream. It should be available. Sorry, that was my fault. I did see the CJRB Pyrite Knife Center exclusive. That thing looks freaking awesome. I saw that on DLT Trading, and I think it's gone now, but I was like, whoo, Sapphire DLC Magna Cut. I'll be watching for more ProTechs. ProTech, please. Rockeye. Les George and ProTech, please. Rockeye. Automatic. Textured. Blue Sapphire. Magna Cut. Please make my dreams come true. Please. Please for Christmas. That would be excellent. Boyfriend loves God of War franchise. He did the Jotner edition. That's cool. Yeah, the God of War games are awesome. Corco, thanks for the donation. What's up, MC and everyone here? Here's enough for almost nothing. No, hey, I appreciate all of it. Thank you. Very generous. That would be crispy. Glad you seen my comment. Yes, Tyler, I did. I'd like the Godson and Blue Sapphire Magna Cut. Yeah, I have a Godfather. Let's show that off. For anybody who has not seen what I'm talking about, I did snag one of the first ones they did. Where are you? There you are. Here we go. There we go. That is not paint. That's actually a PVD. They call it a DLC. It's actually a PVD coating. So it actually adds a benefit. It adds additional, I think it's slight toughness and abrasion resistance and extra corrosion resistance. So yeah, any of the Sapphire ProTechs are absolutely worth picking up. This is a pointy boy, and I have accidentally poked myself in the leg with it, and felt like a hornet sting. God, that was odd. When like you accidentally, I was sitting in my truck with it, and I was holding it, and it just like flipped out of my hand and landed straight down on my leg. It was awful. Rafal Wolfson, sorry if I mispronounced your name. Thank you very much for your donation. Very kind. Tactile. Did Tactile increase the? Yeah, there you go. That's kind of what I was waiting for. If it was Tactile that increased their Rockwell hardness to 63, 64, those are some of my favorite knives in Magna Cut. I think the geometry of those knives is going to better accentuate what Magna Cut is capable of. So, one of the best Richards of all time. That is that's a potent compliment. Thanks. Did you see the SBR Desert Warrior with a sapphire blade? Oh, the Desert Warrior. Sorry. Yes, I did. What should my first ProTech knife be? I have a budget of 400. I'll buy whatever you say. Don't give me that much power, man. I'm trying to think if I should tell you to go after something that's hard to get. If you have a budget of $400, I'm tempted to say, well, no, because that one's hard. Like the value on the ATCF bothers me because it's so expensive. If you have the best, my favorite ProTechs are, and these are ones that you're going to have to hunt down. My favorite ProTech of all time is the Rockeye, and those are sadly very unavailable. The other one that I love is the Invictus, and I do have one of those. If you can find an Invictus auto, that one is my favorite. And those are both going to run between $250 and $300. So save yourself $100 and go after one of those. But, listen, there's plenty of people in chat who will tell you, that's the nice thing about ProTech, man. You really can't miss. Like, there's not necessarily a bad ProTech, I own multiple. The other one, I'm sorry, I left one out. The other best ProTech is the Auto SNG. And if you could get the mirror polished ones for under 400, I would say go for that one. But if you can find an Auto SNG of any type, that is also worth it. Some people like if you want a non-auto, like if you're gonna go ProTech, like I'd go automatic, right? But if you want a non-auto ProTech, then yeah, the Mordax and the Malibu. But those are kind of difficult to find. I have to let you know that on your recent Wii knife review, your unsold maybe spit coffee on my kitchen table. Yeah, you're welcome. That's funny. Sometimes I don't remember the stuff that I say because it comes out so quickly. David Wu, welcome to Knights Around, Knights Raise Your Swords for David. Enjoy their badges and Excalibur emojis. I need to get on the creation of new emojis because we just added like 200 new members. So there's a bunch of you guys in here tonight. You guys can gift memberships to each other if you want to. That is an option for those of you watching on a PC, or if you, for some reason, are watching the live stream on the desktop version of YouTube on your phone. It should also be available to you. I think that little icon is only like desktop. So how do I find an Umnumzan? Patience, man. That's the only, there's no secret place. Right place, right time. Rockwell is extremely tempting, especially the Urban EDC exclusive. MC, have you seen some of these fat carbon models Kaiser is coming out with? What do you think of those? I have not seen them. I will have to look. Thanks for your donation, by the way. I'll have to pay attention. I have been paying attention to the Raffir Noble stuff that they've come out with. That's pretty cool. I have some of it here, actually. Winterblade sent an email for factors early January. That's cool. Nice. I have an Umnumzan, but it was gifted to me. That's the only reason. I bought one for myself a long time ago and EDC'd it, and for some reason sold it, which was stupid. And my buddy Scott and a bunch of really awesome people bought me another one. So that was cool. EDC a Cold Steel Formax Scout. Nice. REK or Transparent. Transparent's regrinds are really cool. I'd go with him. I mean the REK is fine, but I like Transparent stuff is pretty cool. He is here? What's up, Scott? Oh yeah, there he is. What's with all the big and chunky lately? I have always, everybody's been asking me about that. I have always loved big stupidly thick knives. But up until just the last couple of years, they were exclusive to a high price point territory and very narrowly being released by one or two, like there were Medfords, or you could go with like some weird customs, right? Dalibor, right? I'd love to get a custom Dalibor. In fact, I've been chatting with him a little bit. But it's like I like them, but I don't know if I want to spend like that many hundreds or that many thousands on them. And then all of a sudden, a couple of Chinese companies just took a shot in the dark, making PMP was like they came out with a beast, and that I think that was the initial eye opener for not just me but a lot of people, that the chunky knife craze was not over. People went absolutely berserk for those things. And then they started popping up on eBay for way more than what they originally went for, right? Midgard's Messer knives, they came out with a few. Those kind of initially flew under the radar. And then, like, I should have purchased them back. And I didn't realize how big they were, right? But big, thick, crazy knives grab a lot of attention. And there was more potential in that little corner of the market than I think a lot of people realized. A lot of people don't like them, but the people who do like them really like them, right? So it's just one of those things. It's not the trend, it's just a trend. And now, we have a little bit more access. Then they're a little bit less expensive, You still sure about being able to beat up an ostrich? Kevin Hart's ostrich story will change your mind. I can beat up an ostrich, okay? I can beat him. I'll take two on at once. Listen, I think that would be really terrifying, and I really very much doubt, unless, even like if you could somehow like, I don't know, just an awful like idea to like have to get into combat with an ostrich. I just found that to be funny, and I also really enjoyed stoking the flames of people who took it literally. Because I kept saying like, no, I can definitely do it. And people were like, no, I watched a documentary and ostriches are really dangerous. Like they Dwight Schruted me on ostriches. And I was having a good time poking at that fire a little bit. I DM'd you some pictures of them. They have a Nebula Fat Carbon and LMAX Steel, Kaiser Original Cormorant. Oh, cool. Okay, cool, man. Actually, yeah, it's always fun. Dwight is absolutely my favorite character. Michael Scott, sure, right? Everybody loves him. But Dwight is the gem of that show. 100%. An ostrich is the one punch man of birds. Cut some paper. Okay. There you go. Let's see here. Is there a better Oh, I gotta show off my watch real quick. This is my current new favorite diver, and it's something that Tools for Gents is doing. This is a Tools for Gents diver. Excuse me. It is a 44 sapphire crystal ceramic bezel. Really nice. A little bit of polishing on the case, and then some brushed. Right. They have a signed crown. This is 500 meter. 1,640 feet. Helium release valve, which is pretty cool. They have a milled clasp and a signed clasp. Everything about this, in fact, it's got I forget what the movement is. It's a Swiss, I think it's a fairly, according to, I talked to Levon from the Knife Nuts podcast about this. He said it was a fairly entry-level Swiss movement. But it has that see-through case back, which I really like. Automatic. I love this thing. I absolutely love this. So beautiful. Everything is just perfect on it. And I opted for the green. You can get these at Tools for Gents. I think they are 850 euros, so it's about 850 bucks. But I have been wearing this thing nonstop. I mean, it's big enough that, like, I like a larger diver, but it's not super crazy. It doesn't feel like an ultra tank. It's definitely on the bigger side, right? It reminds me of the Seiko Samurai kinda and how it wears. The only thing, I wish they had screw down links. They're not. They're the little pin links. Outside of that, it's essentially perfect. I love this. Very, very much like exactly the style of watch that I like. No, I don't dive. I wash dishes. Look at my knife collection. Look at it. Tell me, can you tell what? I absolutely nothing of what I enjoy is used for its potential. Right? It's like somebody who owns a Ferrari, but do you race it? No. Listen, I'm gonna need at least 200 meters on my diver for washing dishes. At least. Has anyone owned a Lion Steel KUR? Like the look. I like the look of a lot of Lion Steels, and I'll tell you what. If they can figure out their action, if they can get their action dialed in, because that's the thing. A lot of times the detent is either hilariously weak or frustratingly strong. And then the pivot action is always just 2012, 2010, you know? I'm reading your guys' comments. I do deep sea dishing. It's the same reason that somebody who buys a Rockstead enjoys, the potential for the blade performance. I own a Rockstead, and I will never, ever put it through its paces. But I'm so happy that I have it because I just appreciate, what it is capable of, right? It's like, few people who buy trucks, even if we're talking about like max towing capacity, even people who use 1-ton dualies for work, they will very rarely max out that tow capacity. Very rarely, right? Anybody who drives a truck, you're rarely going to max it. Most people will never come anywhere close to maxing out the tow capacity on it. But they appreciate the potential for the utility, right? It's just human nature, right? Very few people live within, or these functional parameters of like minimum and maximum potential where they're actually utilizing it. I mean, most of the things that we own and use see only a fraction of their potential, but we still appreciate these things for their potential, right?
Oh, yes, of course. The wisdom of metal complex. I see now. Yes.
So shut up. Sorry. I'm sorry. Wait a minute. Hold on, let me read this thing. Let me read. Cut paper with the rock. What rock? Yeah, that's the problem. I mean, what happens when you push things to the limit all the time? You break it, right? So you got to balance that out, right? I tend to find a lot of personal value in, just admiration of the object, right? Interesting. It's capable of this. Wow, I can see why that's what they want for it. Whether or not it's actually the object is used, to push that limit is entirely, it's almost trivial, right? Once it's purchased and owned by an individual, right? What the fate of the object and whether or not it's actually pushed to that limit is whatever, because it's owned by, Bill down the street. He's whatever. He's, he puts it in his display case. He parks it in his driveway, whatever, Any Cold Steel owners in here? Yes, me. A few. Code 4, 8010, and SRK. There's an SRK over there. And I don't know, at least a couple others, I think. Is the Oz worth the crazy amount they asked for? I mean, yeah, like think about the guy's, his output, right? We can't, I mean, like people are going to, you're going to reduce the value of things to, you're going to say, okay, it's USA made and it's a mid-tech and it's the blade's made out of this and then the handle's made out of this. So that's initially, the vast majority of people are going to reduce the value to just that. They will never question the size of the operation, right? How much time it takes that individual person to create X amount of objects and what the potential for profit is within the objects, right? It's different. Spyderco, for example, will make money on volume, massive volume. Hinderer, for example, is making arguably similar quality knives, but his output capacity is much higher. So he makes money on volume more, there's more of a potential to make money on volume versus what Oz is doing because it's a much smaller operation, right? And that just factually is, right? You can say, well, it's not worth it to me. That's fine, but his costs don't change based on how you feel about it. And I'm not trying to insult anybody, but you have to look at it like that. It's really, really expensive for him to do what he's doing. And he's putting out super high quality stuff. And it's a really cool design, right? Yeah, I think so. I like this. The only way these are going to come down is if he magically finds a way to mass produce them. It's the same. I mean, same rules apply, right? I don't think Oz is ripping anybody's face off. That's a nice knife. Super crazy smooth action too. Crazy, right? God, it's scary. It's such a light, thin blade. I tried to buy this from him and he was like, no, I don't care who you are. He said, when you're done with that comes back to me. Yeah, these are really nice. Really nice. And the milling on the scales is awesome. I want to get the Wii Vision. Yeah, it's worth it. Do I have an 8015? I don't. I'd really like a custom 8015, and I should have jumped on them remember when they were all over? There was like a bunch of them on. I remember even a few times I was like, there's the titanium one right there. I could buy it, and for some reason I didn't. I want a titanium 8010 and a titanium 8015 direct from Demco. The MG versions. I'd love one. I'd love it. Did you get the Wii Vision? I do have one. Yes, I have the black and bronze one. Wii sent me a sample for review, and I decided to keep it. I try to update people so you guys know. I like being transparent on how the channel works. If you're wondering, what do you do with the things that companies say? The companies send you for review and you have the option to do whatever you want with it. Sometimes it's given away on a live stream. Sometimes it is sold. If you guys want to know, the only place that I ever sell my knives is on Patreon. Patrons get first dibs, and I almost always cut the price in half. I always give patrons a massive discount on anything. I take that money and people say, I bet what he does is he takes the money from Patreon and he buys knives with it. Yes. Can you imagine what a slap in the face it would be to my patrons who are supporting me as a knife content creator if I didn't buy knives with it for content? That's exactly what I do with it. That is what they expect me to do, and it's what I tell them I do. People always playing Sherlock Holmes. I have uncovered a misfit. I have uncovered an evildoer. Yes. Cancel him. Yeah, no, I absolutely use Patreon funds to buy knives. It would be stupid not to. But I always, I take those things and sell them at a discount and then buy knives for content, which end up either being given away, sold, or whatever, right? Sometimes they go in my collection. I get so many knives that it's rare that I will add that free stuff to my collection. But the Wii Vision R, oh yeah, I kept that. And it shows up in additional, content. Sometimes it shows up in top 10s, or I keep it because it's going to be like, one of the coolest things of, 2022 or whatever, it ends up being like it ends up in a top 10 video. It's useful for content, right? So, yeah. It's funny that people try to, people are like, look what he's doing. He's using Patreon money for Yeah, what do you think? What am I supposed to do with it? That's what, if I can imagine, it would be more of an insult to use it for anything else. Absolutely, use it for content. But I mean, what the knives end up being after that, it fully depends on what they have the potential for, right? Since I regularly post collection updates, sometimes adding it to my collection is, yeah, of course it's a benefit to me because I get to add a knife to my collection, but it also turns into additional content, right? How do you even put the Vision R in pants? Like people, the pocket clip works better than you'd think. It's not the best thing in the whole world, but yeah, I mean, it does. It works all right. Yeah. Who's saying? It's not very often. Like when I joke about people saying ridiculous things, it's very rare, right? But it pops up here and there, Since I constantly have my eyes on the comments, the ones that stick out are the crazy ones, right? So I might get that, like people, trying to frame me as some type of like manipulative online entity, maybe 10 times a year. But it always just cracks me up. I'm like, how did you arrive at that conclusion, man? Like, it's such little. The amount of brain capacity that went into that was just absolutely nothing, right? 2 + 2 = fish was the type of person who left that. Mulligan, thanks for your donation. Tacos or spaghetti? What kitchen knives do you use? Thanks. Tacos, and I don't. So I have a nice kitchen knife, but I don't use it. It's down here in my collection. And I almost never show this knife, almost never. But it's a Mattia Borani Sanmai. This is VG10 Sanmai, and it is extremely sharp. It's probably the sharpest knife that I have. So pretty sweet. This is a nice knife. I don't think they're horribly expensive, but I do like this one a lot. And it just hangs out down here, and I can't bring myself to actually use it on stuff. So let me just put that back in there before I accidentally slice. That is one of the only knives that I am ever worried, like if just accidentally waving it the wrong way, I will lose a finger. Let's see. Tacos, yeah, tacos. Tacos is the right answer. Yeah, it is a heretic ROC or rock. So cool, right? So weird. It's a karambit style. I can't say karambit because then the karambit aficionados will be like, if it doesn't have a ring, it is not an official karambit. I'm the president and chairman and speaker of the official karambit club community organization, and I will not give my blessings upon this knife as an official karambit. Okay, shut up. It's not no one has ever acted like that. But I had a couple, it was just like, if it doesn't have a ring, it's not a karambit, and it's just funny. It's a cool knife though, and the finish on it is awesome. I think the price is a little bit overblown. I missed a $10 super. Did I? My bad. Hold on. Omar McInnes, I miss yours too. I want the thick boy, pretty please. No, but thank you. I appreciate your interest. I will keep the thick boy. Mulligan, I answered yours. I missed G Dilla. Thanks for your donation. If you had to choose between saving Nick Shabazz or saving your Hinder collection from a house fire, how would you explain Nick's passing? That's so mean. I'd be like, listen, we got monsters, Daddy. There's only so much room in the castle. Somebody had to go. No, I mean, yeah, of course I'd save Nick. I would just make him pay, as he was like lying on the ground coughing and sputtering. I'd wait till he came to, make sure he was okay, hold his hand, lean in close and say, you owe me 8 hinderers. Let's see here. Are you going to get fancy with all of your success? I sure hope so. Eating caviar of $5,000 knot would be hilarious. Listen, my wife and I talked about this recently because of the $1.9 billion lottery. I'd be lying if I said that if I suddenly became ultra wealthy, which I am not. But let's say I did, right? A lot of people think like, obviously I have more funds to play around with when it comes to knives, right? But that's because of the channel. If the channel disappeared, this definitely disappears, right? It helps because tax write-offs, that's a huge thing with this, right? And I have to use a budget it's generated by the channel to purchase knives to make, additional interesting content alongside the stuff that's sent to me or loaned to me or whatever. But let's say I actually got rich. I had real money. Would it change anything about my life? I'd buy a lot of crazy stuff. I'd buy a cool car or 3, right? I'd probably buy some toys. I'd definitely buy a bunch of knives. But would my life and who I am change? Would my taste in Gatorade change, or my clothing, my attire, my day-to-day? Probably not. I really have found my comfort zone. I mean, I'm 35. If I had gotten super, like let's say I won the lottery and I was 16. Yeah, I'd probably be an idiot. Most 16-year-olds, no offense if you're 16 in here, but you guys can't really, make a bunch of money without doing dumb things with it. That's what kids do, and I would have been dumb as well. I don't know that even being in my 20s would have been a great time for me to win the lottery, right? But as a 35-year-old, I'd buy some dumb stuff, and I'd probably go on some pretty fun, crazy vacations and, things like that. But my day-to-day, once it settled down, probably not. Probably would, invest the mass majority of it and try to live quietly. I'd probably buy some property that was very isolated and away from a lot of people and very private, right? And I would probably still do YouTube. I'd slow my pace down, but I'd still do YouTube because I'd want to share my, hobby with everybody. But that's what I would fill my time with, most likely. I would just go on vacation and buy cool knives and show them on YouTube. I don't know. It's hard to think, right? I don't know if that actually is the right answer. 16 right now, and I've spent $3,000 on knives. I mean, yeah, there you go. And guy that recently won only got 600 mil out of 2 billion. Oh, he only got 600 million. Oh man, what's he gonna do with only 600 million? That guy's got some, he's going to have to figure it out. He built himself up, burned bridges, quit his job, Maybe he already made some purchases, but he's only getting $600 million. Oh, man. I feel for him. I do. Maybe we should, do you know who it is? We should maybe we should all write him a letter, right? Let him know. We'll just hang in there, man. It's all right. Life's going to work out. Life has a way of figuring itself out. You might only have $600 million, but life's not done, offering different forms of blessings. In all seriousness, I'd be like, what? And then 10 seconds later, I'd be like, bah, I don't care. I don't care. It's $600 million I didn't have before I turned this ticket in, taxes suck, but jeez, $600 million. That's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Yeah, I was gonna say it's 600 million can't be correct. 997 million makes more sense. But if you took the lump sum, you do get additionally, guillotined for that. So somewhere between 600 and 900 million would make sense to me. 997 was the cash value. Oh, okay. Well, he got robbed. If you're a glass half empty person, you'll say, hey, they robbed him of $1 billion. Glass half full people will be like, I no longer have to eat bologna and ramen, Then taxes. Yeah, so that makes sense. 600 million left over. I was going to say 997 on the cash value, 600 mil left over. That's a pretty big, that's still something you have to explain to a bank, They do. Yeah, they do. Sure. Because people don't, spend. That's what happens. They just they have no idea how to manage. And they immediately, they don't hire accountants, they don't hire, legal teams or financial teams. They don't do any of that. My wife works at an Edward Jones, and we have a very specific plan with all of our finances. Would I make some stupid choices with $600 million? Definitely. Everybody would, right? But, the vast majority of people just don't do that because to them, it's a waste of money, right? They're going to have fun. They've not had the opportunity yet, right? Most of them do. But still, it's $600 million he didn't have. Thomas Lake just gifted 10 Metal Complex memberships. Very generous, Thomas. It's not the first time that he has done that. Very cool. Awesome. Thanks, man. 10 lucky people in chat got memberships. God, where did the time go? We're 42 minutes in. We only have 8 minutes before I show the prizes. That means it's time for another Gatorade. Took me 40 minutes to drink that first one. When draw for giveaway? Soon. Sporkithus. Soon. No guesses. Flip the spider code. All right. Should I front flip it over all of these other knives? There you go. The $1,100 Shaman. Zerkatai and S90V is that one. That was a weird chapter, wasn't it? All right. Lord. Yes, front flipping shamans all day. Your shaman's action sluggish. Yeah, it's pretty common for a shaman to be tight. They do break in, but it takes a lot longer. Let's see the not karambit again. Okay. There you go. Real nice, like a polished DLC on it. Looks really good. Like that. Wait, what? If I had 600 million, maybe I'd finally spend more than $500 on a knife. You would. In fact, I'll tell you, it takes a lot less than that. For most people, in fact, for all people, this is true. It's just everybody has a varying amount of like comfort with their budget before they spend on things that they previously did not see value in, right? There is technically, like, I have no interest in Fabergé eggs. Zero, right? None. But technically, there is an amount of money that I could possess where at some point I'd go, all right, give me one, Like, I'll tell you what, if I had $100 trillion in my bank account right now, I'd be like, you know what, give me one of those eggs. Like, it doesn't even matter at that point, right? It all comes down to budget and how comfortable you are, right? Even the tightest and most, like, I won't spend money on things that I see no value in types of people. It's the same type of, enough monkeys in a room for an infinite amount of time will eventually write Shakespeare. It's just true, right? It's just, we're limited by, our perspective changes when we feel like we have more freedom, right? Speaking of, would you enjoy expensive watches as much as expensive knives? Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. If I had $600 million in the bank, then yeah, I mean, spending $10,000 on a watch right now makes me want to puke, right? Do I think they're beautiful and interesting? Do I believe that there's more that went into them than a $1,000 watch, a $200 watch? Absolutely. And I believe the people who are into that stuff thoroughly enjoy it and don't care at all what anybody else thinks. Like, how could you, right? Why would you care? If you're somebody who can spend $10,000 on a watch, you're certainly not going to be concerned with the YouTube comment section, right? But it makes me want to puke now. The idea of $10,000 leaving my bank account and me having a watch on my wrist. But if I had $600 million, why would I care? And you could say, well, you could take that money and you could do, some good with it. Yeah, you could. All of us could, right? You got $1 in your pocket. You could definitely do something good with it, right? The choices people make are the choices people make, right? That was a very generalized way of getting out of that. Obviously, I spend a lot of money on knives, but I do it for me, and I also do it for your entertainment. I don't know how to tie that one off. Noel Gattaca, thanks for your donation. Speaking of, oh yeah, he just said, okay, sorry. Thanks for your donation. Son of Blade Center, thanks for your donation. You've seen the Vosta Thunderbird. We'll check one out. Can you send me a picture of that too? Please, I will try to check my DMs. Bro, I just paid for my wedding for a single effing day. Yeah, weddings, man. That's usually the most money that I have ever dropped in one, feels like wedding stuff, right? I guess the down payment on our house was technically, that's usually the most justified, lump sum of money that you drop on something usually is the down payment on a house, right? Or for those people who can just pay their house in full right off the bat. I always think financing is better, even if you can do it. But you're not here for financial advice. But we didn't pay nearly that much. we didn't do. We went. We were on a budget for sure. Yeah, but listen, if you're gonna do it, right? If you're gonna drop a large amount of money on something, don't. Like, you got to hit the right tier. Anybody who's done that, bought a house before, you know what I'm talking about. You got to hit the right tier, but don't skip on it. If you can get up to that next tier, do it, right? I still think financing is all the way around the better choice, but that's where it's still sickening, but it's worth it, right? What's the black ZT? 0392 Hinderer, which is based on the Eclipse. Very rare. well, you can't even get them on eBay now. But when they do pop up on eBay, talk about a sickening feeling. These originally sold for $390. They do not go for that anymore. I had somebody sell me a used one, made me a great deal on it, and I had to keep that for sure. Where are we at here for time? It's time to reveal the prize knives. This is the last live stream before the 150K event where I'm giving away what I guess I'm going to refer to as like normal knives, right? Sorry, like breathing into the camera trying to put these up here. Can I reach it up there? Darn it. Sorry. I'm trying to get these out of the way. That's not, I'm running out of room over here. But yeah, I just have a few knives here. Just like some regular stuff. Bro, your forearms like my bicep. What do you want, MC? I eat a lot of broccoli and a lot of creatine. Creatine, monohydrate, and what's the other one? L-glutamine, very underrated supplement. I always have a regular single scoop protein shake twice a day, and I take 1 scoop of L-glutamine and 1 scoop of creatine monohydrate after every workout, and that is all I take. And I eat a lot of rice and beef and chicken and all of that, right? The same stuff, yeah. Blah blah blah. Let me see here. Oh yeah, let's talk about the knives first. So I found a secret boy. Let's see. Sorry, let me screw that in so you can see. Creative is so good. Shut up. Okay, let me let's get to the knives. I found this in the pile and I didn't know that it was back there. So whoever wins tonight is getting a Kaiser Assassin button lock. Brand new. Straight from Kaiser. 154 cm micarta. So there you go. That's the first knife. We got a couple of Civivis, but these are definitely going to be on the more expensive end. The first one is the Banneret, which is the steel bolster micarta. They have a nearly, pretty much fully flat ground. I believe this is Nitro V. Yeah, Nitro V blade. For some reason, they want like $100 for this. Not so much in agreement with that price, but you know what? Whoever wins it is not going to care because it's going to be for free. And then a Civivi that I think has a much better price tag on it. Still high, but a much better price tag. And that's the Civivi Pache, I believe is what this is. I really like the white micarta, the textured white micarta. This is 14C28N. We have a sub steel frame lock. All the way around, just feels like a lot better knife, and it's a lower price tag, $80. So the winner tonight is going to be receiving all three. So there you go. I don't know, what is this? What does the Kaiser Assassin come in at? I always forget. I think this is shy of $300, something like that. But those are the three knives for tonight. So let me load up the iPad here real quick. I am actually my stock of free stuff is now depleted for the year, and everything else that I have stockpiled will be given away during the 150K event. And those I saved all the really nice ones. A lot of the stuff that I'm giving away, they're knives that are 200 plus. So I've got a whole bunch of those. And then after that, it's going to be hard for me to do giveaways for a little bit. We've given away so much stuff this year. One live stream a week, and at least once every other week, and I always give 2 or 3 knives away, sometimes more. So we've done quite a few giveaways, but I finally have depleted that pile. How do you get in this giveaway? There's a link in the description. It's the very first link in the description. All you need to do is click on it, and leave a comment under it. It's a good time to remind everybody, real quick, if you want to join the channel membership, you can. There's a link. It says become a member of my channel. If you want to get your own badge and Excalibur emojis, which the knights will all show off in chat right now, you can totally do that. Supports my channel, right? And then also, if you want to support me on Patreon, there are perks there. Once a week, exclusive content, private knife sales where you get discounts on the stuff that I do sell. That's where I sell my stuff, right? A lot of other cool stuff that we do there, but keep it a secret if you want to join. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Let's go ahead. It's enough promotion. Let's go ahead and get this going here. Okay. Let me load up the live stream on my iPad here and then get the link. Oh, there it is right there. Get the volume down. How many we got in here? Almost 800 people. Good population tonight. Always happy to see that. Okay. We're going to copy that real quick. And there we go. Okay, so let's move these over. Do this here. Zoom out. We're going to get a fresh page. Reload it. Okay. I'm going to zoom way in here. In fact, I'm going to pick this up so you guys can see it. We're going to paste the link right there. There you go. You can type that into your browsers to make sure that it's actually the link. We're going to scroll down and we're going to hit filter, duplicate users. Scroll down some more. 9 plus 1 is 10 for the thing. And then we're going to hit get YouTube comments. And we're going to let that run for just a bit. Sure, there's well over 1,000. Usually is. Where's my Gatorade? There it is. And, oh, a little more tonight, 1,319. So, you have a 1 in 1,319 chance of winning tonight. Almost 800 people in here, so it's a little more than 50% chance the person who actually wins is going to be in here. So, here we go. Let's zoom this out just a little bit. As per usual, this website, for some reason, just assumes that these are all raffles. They're not. This is not a raffle. You didn't have to pay to enter. You didn't have to be a member or a patron, right? That's totally separate. If you're watching, you can enter. So, here we go. The winner of all 3 knives tonight is Darth BMX. He says, thank you, MC, for showing us all those knives that you've showed us. Yeah, sure. For sure. Darth BMX, congrats. You are the winner. Is he actually in here? Where's old Darthy boy? Is he here? I don't know. We'll zoom in on his name some more. There we go. Darth BMX is the winner. This just helps if somebody's having to come back and fast forward it. Is he here? Darth BMX, say something so I can find you in chat because it's going super fast. There he is. Yes. There he is. Darth BMX, you won. Kaiser Assassin, the Civivi Banneret. Keep wanting to say Banneret. And the Civivi Cache. These are all yours. They do have their pouches. They are 100% brand new. And I will box them up and ship them out to you this coming Thursday or Friday. How do you contact me? It's a good question. Where's my little card that is supposed to have... There it is. You can contact me at metalcomplex87@gmail.com with your shipping information. Here lately, nobody has tried to contact me pretending to be the winner. It's really easy for me to tell who's faking it and who's not, but I still do the, authentication, however you say that. I still do. I have a little process to make sure that you are who you are. So just email me. I always wait 24 hours to respond, so don't worry if I don't email you back tonight. There's a reason that I wait 24 hours to respond. But you'll get an email from me either Saturday or Sunday with just a couple of things, and then I'll get your shipping information and ship this stuff out to you Thursday or Friday of next week. So there you go. That's gonna be pretty much it tonight, guys. Last one before we celebrate the big 150, and it'll be a doozy. I will probably slowly reveal. I don't know if I'll slowly reveal everything or if I'll reveal everything all at once, but there are a lot of really cool knives, for sure. Cool, man. Congrats, Darth. It's always nice to have the winners in here. It's always nice to see that. Very cool. Yeah. 150K show is going to be next Friday. And there is a small chance I'll have to change it to Saturday, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be Friday. It's going to be kind of a mess because it's just me. My wife's going to be out of town, so it's just me and the kids. They'll be on the other side of the wall watching a movie. It'll be a 1 hour to hour and a half event, something like that. There will be multiple prizes. Like I said at the beginning of the live stream, I have about $2,000 worth of pocket knives to give away. And they are definitely nice knives. They are not budget knives. They are nice knives. So, not to say that budget knives aren't nice. I mean, they are expensive knives is what I'm giving away. So, yes, you will have more chances to win next week. And you know what? You're going to have chances to win stuff pretty much every weekend that I exist on YouTube. So, I can't give a knife to everybody, but I can give away a crap load of knives. Definitely. I have the ability to do that. Wallet or money clip kind of guy? That's a good question. Nobody's ever asked me that. I carry a wallet. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Thank you to you guys for getting me to 150K. Pretty cool. Does one of those giveaway knives have a broken tip? No. I did briefly consider giving away the Rockstead, but I felt like it would send the wrong message. Like I was like, I don't want this anymore. It's broken. You guys can have it. Part of me thought that would be really cool, and then part of me was like, eh. But some people like don't want like channel history. Some people just want a new knife, you know? So yeah, all the knives that I'm giving away are brand new. The button lock VECP. Yes, I did. And I will be getting one of those for sure. I will be trying to anyways. Gluten-free mac and cheese. I think it would be for those who know the story. If there was a way for me to exclusively give it away for those people who were kind of in on that, then I would consider it. But I think I want to keep that thing around for content. And it was also a freaking really expensive knife, you know? But I mean, on the flip side, the total amount of money that I'm giving away in terms of knives is actually more than the Rockstead. So I felt like it was okay for me to say, no, I don't want to give that away. Patrons got their own, the Patreon members have their own giveaway, their own private giveaway going on right now. And you can still get in on that if you want to join Patreon. I do have a $1 tier if you want to get in on that, but Patreon members have their own separate private 150K giveaway. Yeah, I will. I probably will eventually send it to Rockstead. It'll probably cost me $200 or $300, but whatever. It was my fault. So I'm late, but at least I made it. Hey, MC, what's up, man? Nice to see you, Josh. Can we win both? Yeah, if you win something on the Patreon giveaway, you are not excluded from the channel giveaway and vice versa. Not at all. You cannot win multiple knives within one giveaway. Like if your name gets drawn for one of the prizes or prize packages in my 150K, you cannot win a second one, right? The idea is to get multiple individual winners. Ultratech or SOCOM Bravo? I like the SOCOM Bravo more for what it is. There's more character in it. If you are really big into USA made stuff and you just like OTFs, then obviously you're gonna go with the Ultratech. But like from a knife enthusiast perspective, there's more that I appreciate about the Bravo. Can the Eclipse be thumb flicked? Absolutely. I mean, this one in particular is a it's not a flipper. It's exclusively a thumb stud opener. But for example, the ZT, this has a super heavy D10, right? This is based on the Eclipse. Way heavier D10 and is absolutely made to be, used as a flipper. These lugs right here are meant as external stops and are not textured. So they did not intend for you to deploy it this way, but you can. It's just like the 0562. Ouch. You can, but it hurts. The Hinderer flipper versions of the Eclipse are actually easier because the thumb studs are textured. This one, being a non-flipper, has a lighter detent, but even the flipper versions of it, if you can get it at exactly the right angle, it will actually release. What's my most expensive knife? I have a, hold on, I'll get it. I have a full dress Herman Dragonfly in Damacor and Timascus, full Timascus, everything, backspacer, clip, and this was about $3,000. That is my most expensive knife, absolutely. I do have a new custom knife coming in that's just shy of 2,000. So I have that I'll be showing off on the channel here soon. What's my smallest knife? The Civivi Baby Banter is my smallest knife. Unless you count the knife that's on my keys, which is the Spyderco Ladybug, or I can't remember if it's the Man Bug or the Ladybug. It's little tiny thing. Okay, I forgot to give away free memberships last weekend, and I'm just realizing now that my phone is dying. Hold on. I'm gonna plug my phone in real quick, and I'm gonna give away about 20 memberships. So if you're still here hanging out, I'm sorry that if you were here last weekend waiting for me to do that and I just bounced without doing it, I just forgot. That was my fault. I usually give away 10 at the end of every live stream. And I do it in secret because I know that some people, there's always 200 to 300 people who like to hang out anyway. And after a while, I felt like I should reward these people because I knew that they were not just here for the giveaway. They were actually, wanting to hang out. And so now this is kind of a tradition that I do. So you have a chance to win one of 20 memberships that I'm about to give away. We'll do some membership gifting here. 20 memberships. And here we go. Are you guys ready? It's random. If you are watching right now, you are able to, all of you watching right now are, and are actually able to show up in chat. You have a chance to randomly receive a 1-month membership from me, complete with your own badge and access to the emojis. And if you choose to stay a member after that, that's entirely up to you. It's $1.99 a month. It's not very much, but either way, it's fine with me. But here we go. 20 memberships incoming. Give me a moment. And here they come. Should randomly start dishing them out. There we go. Dan, Clumsy, Dimmy, Delilah, Riva. Riva won. She won a knife one time, I think. Yeah, is that like the 80? Was that Riva like the 80-20 winner from the 100K? The geekiest guy, Alfred Cervantes. Oasis, Jonathan, Devin, Ryan, Fred, Tim, Mike, Andrew, Drew, Christopher, Sagai, Peter, Homebrew. There we go. Did we get them all? Yeah, all right, cool. Good deal. All right. How many knights are there now? 700 and some. There are 700 knights in the metal army. There's a crap load of you. Oh man. That's a large population of people. That's enough people to actually like, I think you could call that an army. Like that's a real army. That's a lot of people. All right. Got Matthew Christensen. When am I making you a custom? Oh, don't tempt me. What's up, man? Don't tempt me. Let me build my budget back up, man. Oh, DM me. DM me. I'm literally rubbing my hands together. That sounds cool, man. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for popping in here, Mr. Christensen. Thank you to everybody who hung out with me tonight, and thanks again for all the amazing support. I'm glad you guys somehow still enjoy my sense of humor. Sorry for being super cringe. I'm just infinitely appreciative. I say the same thing every time. There are no different words. I wish that there were different words, but I really am infinitely appreciative that I get to do this. Right? There's no part of this that feels obligatory. I get to do this. This is a gift, right? So I'm really happy to be able to do this, to come down here and talk knives every single day. It's awesome. Looking forward to next weekend. Be ready. It will likely be 7 p.m. Central Standard Time next Friday. There are some seriously awesome knives that are going to be given away, and it will be an absolute crazy festival for sure. Live population will likely be a lot higher because I'm going to promote it like crazy on my YouTube channel and remind people constantly to the point where it's annoying. But yeah, it should be a really good time. Congrats again to Darth BMX, the winner for tonight. That's going to be pretty much it tonight, guys. Congrats to the people who won the memberships, etc. Hope you all have an excellent rest of your Friday evening and an excellent rest of your weekend. Bye.